liked from that book to pouring and being like, I feel really fucking vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even shit I had written.
It was,
but even just saying like, I like what this says was enough for me to be like, do you know, like a bit like sort of with
bearing your soul a bit. Of course.
So like for me to have gone from that where I can't even like show someone a poem that someone else has written that I maybe slightly relate to actually writing my own shit and performing it in under a year is quite like, for me that's quite a big step to go through.
No, fair play.
And that's what it's like. If you had said to me 6 months ago, like, I'll go stand up on stage and like, you know, write something from your heart and perform it to a room of 30 people, I'd be like, fuck no.
See you later.
Yeah, like someone else can do this, please.
And I'll underline it in a book.
Yeah.
While I cry.
I use a highlighter and like write like an ode to so and so.
So, Brandon, where do you want to take your acting?
Oh wow, that's a hell of a question. Well, I mean, I kind of want to be a bit of a phenomenon in, I don't mean that in some sort of like egocentric, narcissistic, mentalist way. I just mean I want to do lots of things. I want to act, I want to make music, I want to be a poet, I want to start painting, I want to do lots of things. So that's when I...
Okay, so let's find the question, screen or stage?
Okay, again, it's so hard. It's so hard because you need different things for each one. So on stage, it's live, and you were living through that moment, by moment, and it's a beautiful thing. It's madness.
Every show could be different.
Of course, and also you're feeding into the audience. Pay to go there. They pay money to go and again live vicariously through you to experience that stuff and. That's beautiful because you're connected to 1,000 people a night in that way. Film, I mean, it's very stop-start, like do it again. It requires something different. But I think some of the best films are timeless. You know, you can put it on now or in 100 years' time when it's embedded in your brain and you can download it via Wi-Fi and watch on the back of your eyelids. That's where we'll be. But I mean, it won't have aged. It's timeless in that respect, you know. And it's the golden age of cinema, you know. So I think they both have their merits, and I predominantly want to do both.
Fair.
Is that an answer?
Yeah, there is an answer.
Sorry, man. It's such a fucking big question.
It's a broad question, where did you grew up in Swansea?
That's right. Yeah, Birch Grove. You know where my school is now.
Now we do. We did it before you said that.
Yeah, I know. It's my school. Sorry, guys. It is a really good school. Like, there's some teachers there. My old form tutor, Mrs. Taylor, she can have a shout out. Mr. Jones, my music teacher, he was brilliant. Mr. Evans, represent. They are brilliant, and they are great human beings that sort of pushed me in the right direction.
I mean, teachers generally have to be
fucking
really
hell, I would never do that.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, fair play to them as well, because they made it interesting and they cared as well. Whereas some people just fall into teaching, they actually gave a fuck. So I mean, like, absolute massive respect.
I've never asked someone this question before. Why did you choose London out of all the cities to go to for performing arts? Because like Liverpool have a big performing arts scene, Manchester do as well. So.
Well, I
know everything is happening in London, but
that's it. Well, I auditioned for I auditioned for a few schools, and I got into Royal Welsh, which is in Cardiff, and I got into Guildhall, and I chose Guildhall because I think Royal Welsh is a brilliant school. Don't get me wrong. I think it's one of their best up there. But I chose to come to Guildhall because, again, the ethos of it all, as I said, when I was auditioning, it really sort of clicked to me. I tell you what it's like in a really wanky way. It's like, you know the Sorting Hat in Harry Potter? Do you know what I mean? Like, when you walk through the door, you're going like, these are mad people. Like, do you know what I mean? And I did. I loved it. Do you know what I mean? And like, London is the central hub of like theatre and film and poetry and music and. I honestly believe everyone should live in London for a period of time, even if you have no intention of ever coming back here or staying here for the rest of your life. I think you should, because you can never be bored in London.
It's so crazy and weird here.
Well, my only issue on that front is that So obviously you don't want to sit in your house and do nothing, because then you're paying London prices for your house.
Exactly.
When you could sit in your house and do nothing anywhere in the country for half the price. But then it's kind of a double-edged sword, because if you go out, you're then paying London prices to do stuff and paying London prices for the house. Yeah. So although I love it, you know, like getting into this whole poetry scene, I wouldn't change it for the world, but I'm a lot poorer than I used to be.
Of course, yeah, we all are. Hopefully one of those poems one day will take off.
Yeah, that's what
go viral, and then we can. Jeff can that's what sell our works on in Amazon.
Books, do you want to write a book or?
I do, you know. So I've got like an anthology of poems I've written so far, and like lyrics and stuff. I'll tell you an amazing book I read. Another good friend of mine, Danielle, she bought me this book from a charity shop, and it was Jim Morrison. It was like the lost poems, and he used to write screenplays and stuff like that, and it was all of his sort of works, because as well as being a front man to the Doors, he was like mentally beautiful writer, and I want to kind of create something like that, you know, because I always start writing a song and then just stop, or like, you know, I can't think of anything that fits, or I start writing a poem and I get like 8 lines deep, and I'm like, that is brilliant, but I don't know where I'm going, do you know what I mean? Or like scenes, I'll write scenes, I'm like, that's great. What, am I going to write a franchise now or what? Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit like, but so I think I just want to collect work and see where it sort of takes me in that respect. Yeah, but cool. I've got
100%. Because if you write it down, there's a chance of coming back to it.
Yeah.
If you don't write it down, it's gone forever. Like even, whether it's 5 years time, 10 years time, if you come back to that, and suddenly you might find that you have the other half of the idea that you were missing at the time that you wrote it, you know?
Yeah. Or you can look back and go, what the fuck was I thinking?
all that.
I've done, I found, when was this? I think it was last year. I found like one of my old school books, and I'd written this poem in it for this girl, right? And like, again, I've described my school to you, you know what I mean? And I read her this poem when I was in year 8 on the yard. Like, who the fuck did I think I was? You know what I mean? Charles Bukowski rocking up and be like, I thought she was gonna swoon, but like, no, she fucking nearly ran away. Like, I mean, like, what was I? And I found it in the back of this book, and like, I laughed for a solid 20 minutes, like until tears were coming down my face, going, what was I thinking? But that's good as well, because you get to see your progression.
Yeah,
and go,
you've got to grow.
Not only in your work, but I mean like as a person, because now I'm like, Jesus. So yeah, I write them down, because at least for a dark day you can read that shit back and go like, what was I doing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I would say one of my final question for you, Brandon, is if you had any advice for anyone who is looking to be an artist or a performer, an actor, poet, what advice would you give them?
Stay true to who you are, and I mean that's quite broad, but I genuinely believe. So, speaking in terms of like acting, for example, I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. Like drama schools tend to, like for the first year, they sort of knock out any bits of who you are. Do you know what I mean? So you can be like neutral, and you can play any role and all sort of stuff. But it's so important to keep that and remember that about you, because this industry, anybody can play near enough any part. You know what I mean? The beauty of it is that we all bring something individual to it, and we bring part of us to it. Now, if you get rid of the part of you that is individual, you've fucking lost your only commodity. Do you know what I mean? So, and that goes for writing as well, or that goes for poetry, that goes for music. As long as you sort of stay true to who you are and what you're about, and it goes back to what you were saying earlier on about being genuine and honest. Honest is such a... People don't understand how powerful honesty is in that respect, and honestly saying how you feel, or honestly coming to the work in that respect. It's so powerful and so moving to see a real person talk about what's real to them. That knocks spots off any other thing that's out there at the moment, you know. So I just say be honest and be you.
Okay. That's great answer.
Yeah, hey guys. I mean, like, I sound like fucking Bono. do you know what I mean? But no, it's true. Be who you are, and people. Not everyone's gonna like it. Obviously, not everyone likes everything. But as long as you know who you are and what you're about, then I mean, you're golden. Stay gold.
I feel like I got a t-shirt.
Yeah. Jeff, Hook me up. We'll get some Stay Gold t-shirts going.
double finger guns.
I thought you were going to say double down, double denim, like double denim, Stay Gold, embossed on the back. Now we're talking.
And some of those, what they call diamante.
Yes.
Rhinestones and that.
Honestly, we're laughing. In about 8 months' time, that'll be on every shelf.
Oh no, but what was it?
Not mine.
Hey, no, it could be.
The funny is you were talking about it. It's my friend was telling me about there's a new fashion that's coming back that used to be an old fashion kind of from the Egyptian days that basically they used to
stretch them head.
No, they used to encrust what they called scarab beetles. They used to encrust scarab beetles with diamonds and jewels and keep them alive and then put them on them to wear as jewelry. So
live scarab beetles as a necklace,
as a little brooch just crawling all over you. That's what they're kind of bringing back right now.
Well, it's not a very good brooch if it fucks off after 2 minutes of having it. Do you know what I mean? I paid £1,000 for it. Oh, it's gone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why do people do that? It's a living thing. It's a living thing.
It's a living
Morally,
thing.
that's evil.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's fashion.
Yeah, well, it's obviously from the Egyptian eras.
Yeah.
Now being brought forward, and the rich of the rich are saying it says,
I want a live scarab beetle crawling over me.
Yeah, with diamonds all over.
So they're just bejazzling a fucking scarab beetle.
Very much.
And having it on their body.
Yeah.
But they have clearly too much money and too much time on their hands. Then, do you know what I mean?
You know. Have you got anything to plug? Anything that you're doing, anywhere you're appearing?
Well, obviously, I've plugged enough things on this podcast, which you won't carry on mentioning. But I'm doing Fury, which we open next week, the 1st and 2nd, the 6th and 7th, and the 11th and 12th, and that's in Guildhall. It's in the Barbican. Cool. It'd be great. You can book your tickets online, or you can go to the Barbican and book your tickets that way. Cool.
This episode comes out next week, but I will use this part in the first promo that I drop on Monday.
Nice.
So you can promote the show.
Oh wow, that's perfect. Thank you very much. Plug.
Yeah,
that's what we've learned from the show.
I love plugging people's stuff.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this will be the end of the show. Yeah.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for being on the show. Thank you for
pleasure.
coming along, Sophie, and adding your opinion.
This is all rather unexpected for me, so thank you for having me.
Great. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
And everyone at home, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the show, thank you for listening, like I said. But if you didn't, more for you for sat at home and listening for 1 hour and 57 minutes. You're a numpty.
You are.
And yeah, that's it. So everyone else say bye.
Yeah, peace. Thank you very much for listening.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye now.